Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth Van Cleve, and today I am going to share with you my 3 most important tips for maintaining mental health. Now, I personally have battled deep depression that has been persistent and very difficult to overcome. However, I have overcome it. And these 3 tips are the most powerful things that have helped me to overcome it, and I overcame it without any sort of medications or even over-the-counter supplements that people normally take to help them with depression. These are ways that I found helped me, and I want to share them with you today. So if you battle depression or other mental health issues that keep you pressed down, then you may find these very powerful and very helpful for you. So stay tuned. Before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to watch this video all the way till the end, where I give you my most important tip. And also, if you could right now take a moment to give me a thumbs up if you're excited about this video, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to please take time to comment on things that come up during this video. Those type of things really do help my channel get out there more, and I sure appreciate it. Okay, the first tip I'm going to give you is probably the most simple tip, and yet it's not always easy, especially if you're not practicing this, but it is to pay attention to how you are feeling at any given time in the day. If you can pay attention to how you're feeling, and as soon as you start to feel a dip in your emotions, the sooner you can catch that and then ask yourself, what do I need right now to make me feel a little bit better? And this takes practice, because a lot of times the reasons why people are depressed and have mental health issues is because they are not centered in themselves. And if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that a lot of my videos, I tell you, it's so important that you get centered in how do I feel and what do I need. So paying attention to how you feel and noticing if you're not feeling that great, asking yourself, what do I need? What do I need right now? Or what can I do right now to feel a little better? And it doesn't have to be a great big thing. It could just be a little better, maybe a little meditation, maybe sit down for 5 minutes and do some breathing exercises, or watch something for 15 minutes that really makes you laugh, or just anything that you know will definitely help you elevate your mood and help you feel a little bit better. It might be go make yourself a coffee or go get a Starbucks. Even sometimes, I know, God forbid, everybody tells you don't be on your phone. But sometimes, hey, if that's going to make you feel better, just scroll through some Pinterest or some of your social media, and that will do it. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it makes you feel a little bit better. So paying attention to how you feel, and as soon as you're feeling a dip and you notice that, asking, what can I do to feel a little bit better? Rather than going into a narrative of, oh, here I go again, I'm feeling crappy, and why, and all that type of thing, which can just take you down a rabbit hole. Instead, say, oh, I notice I'm not feeling very good right now. I'm starting to feel a little down. What could I do right now to make myself feel a little bit better? Powerful stuff. Now, the second one is so important, and it might take a little bit more effort if you don't already have this. But I have noticed that people that do have mental health issues and depression, and myself, is quality sleep. A lot of them have a hard time falling asleep, hard time staying to sleep, a hard time having a good night's sleep. And this lack of quality sleep will definitely affect everything in your life, but especially your mood and your mental health. When we feel tired and lethargic and fatigued all day long, it makes it so easy to dip down into depression, for our mood to drop, because it's hard to get through the day. It just makes us think, oh my gosh, I'm so tired and I'm so done, right? Most of you, if you've suffered with depression, I can't tell you how many times I thought I'm so done with life. You know, depression does that to you, and when you're tired, it makes it worse. So getting a good night's rest, as well as in my last video, I talked about power naps and how power naps can be very, very effective in helping to elevate your mood. Getting a good night rest needs to be a priority. So if you are unable to get a good night's rest, maybe sitting down and brainstorming some reasons why or what is causing you not to be able to get a good night's rest, and writing down some things that you can start. For example, for myself, I started getting to bed at a certain time. When I start feeling tired, if it's earlier than I normally go to bed, I start retiring. And I might just go late, get in my pajamas and get ready for bed, and take my phone with me and just watch some YouTube videos that I've been wanting to watch or something until I'm ready to go to sleep. Some people don't suggest that because of you could get blue light glasses, but it says it stimulates the brain. So I don't know if that's the best advice for you, but I'm just telling you, for me, another thing is taking a bath with some lavender in it, probably about an hour to 2 hours before you go to bed. If you take it too soon before you go to bed, it could actually stimulate you more and keep you awake. Melatonin is another thing that you can consider taking, but prioritizing and writing it down as a goal. I am going to figure out how to improve the quality of my sleep. This is going to improve the entire quality of your life. And it is definitely my second most important tip. Now stay tuned, because I'm going to give you my third tip, which I believe is the most important tip for mental health. But before I do, I want to ask you if you have heard about my self-love course. It is designed to help people be able to really root down in self-love, self-esteem, and self-appreciation, and to start to put to silence all the negative talk that goes on in their head. I designed it especially because I wanted to get past these things that you kind of just do on the outward, but inside you're still struggling with not enoughism, with feeling unworthy. I also wanted it to be a cathartic journey, an imaginative journey, a journey that was different from anything else out there that people would typically go and learn about self-love. I wanted this to be a fun course, and it is designed to be magical and cathartic. If you need to improve your self-love, I'm telling you, having self-love on board is vital to life. If you do not have a rich experience of loving yourself, that needs to be your priority in life. Hands down, that is what has saved me from a plethora of issues, okay, that I can't even get into here fully. So visit my website at hivibeslife.com, and that's HIVIBES.com. And I will also leave a link in the description below. And under the tab courses, you will find a tab for self-love. And I really encourage you, if you need to improve the quality of your self-love, to consider taking that course. Now for my third tip. Hear this out, because I have found personally that this tip, this was when I had done everything else, but I still kept feeling like, oh my gosh, facing life was difficult. This is the one thing that began to anchor me into having a good mental health stability, having a good positive outlook in life. This is the one thing that I had to get down and get rooted and get anchored in. And that was my spirituality and having real strong spiritual roots. A little bit of my background, my father was in a cult, basically. And then I went on to become a part of another Christian type cult. Although I don't feel like it was as severe as my father's was, it was still very controlling. And I went in there for 18 years. And my heart always was I just wanted to be happy. I wanted to love people. I wanted to be loved. And I wanted to have a higher purpose, all that type of thing. I wanted to know that there was something more than what I'm seeing here in this world, because I had, as a young child, witnessed a lot of trauma. And so I didn't feel safe in this world. And then I went on from there to leave that religion. And that's about the time when I was going into deep depression. And I had to go through a whole healing journey. But it wasn't until I really started to question everything and to allow myself to explore everything as long as it felt safe to me, that I started to develop my own spiritual roots that were no longer rooted in a belief system that somebody else gave me, but was rooted in what I had researched and searched my soul, done journaling on, asked, just prayed about, and looked into over and over and over again. I began to develop a whole spiritual experience that was completely different from just being religious. Now, my religious years, they served me in some ways, and that's for a whole nother video. But the spiritual roots that I'm talking about now have anchored me into a sense of security that you can't find when you just are in this world alone. It was a sense of security that I needed in order to, when I wake up and my mind would start to spiral and you have all that PTSD stuff coming up and everything's going in you to protect, you know, you're not safe, you're not safe, you're not safe. Once I had those spiritual roots down, I realized, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. And I could quit thinking, anchor into my spiritual roots, and move on with my life. And I'm telling you, this has had the most profound and most powerful effect on my life, on my mood, on my ability to overcome severe depression. Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more on my process in getting my spiritual roots down, my next video, I will be talking about that. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be updated. You can also join my newsletter and be one of the first to be notified when I get a new video out. That's another way that you can be updated. Also, I will be leaving down in the description some more videos that you might be interested in watching if you are interested in mental health and overcoming depression. I have some awesome videos that can really strengthen you and help you in that process. I feel for you if you're fighting that. I know how difficult it is on every level. Believe me, every level. I know it is a multi-layered issue. It's not something that's just easily remedied. And I feel for you, but I'm here to tell you, you can overcome it. And I would never suggest, I have a video that talks about should I quit my medications. You can watch that. But I have never personally had to go to medication, although many times I had thought about it. But I did never have to go forward in that way. And I'm thankful for that. But I don't fault anybody or think I'm better or anything. If somebody does do that and that's working for them, more power to them. But I'm saying to kind of emphasize more the fact that we can do proactive things that can be just as powerful as any medication to help us overcome depression. So I hope you've liked this video. And if you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and have a great day. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.